Hello guys, Boneto here today, and I hope everything's going alright with you. Anyway, I honestly don't know what to talk about today, so... Alright. Cole did say once that you might do a tutorial on how to be a VTuber, so might as well just take that opportunity for possible content, and yeah, that should basically be all, so I'll have to I'll have to make my model disappear for the rest of this video to save resources and stuff, so I'll be exploring through mic and stuff, so don't worry, I'll still be here physically, so I'll explain the stuff. And then at the end of this video I should be able to bring my model back for the actual. Hope to see you afterward, and see you later. And alright, we should be back. Okay, so if you want to become a VTuber, the first thing is create a name, of course, so let me just open Notepad, so I'll just make sure I'm still recording and stuff. Sorry, I just want to make sure I'm still recording that. So, come up with a name. You can use any name you like, at least if it's appropriate, of course. So, for example, how I created my name was combine two things together. Let's do that now. Of two random things, or characters, or people, etc. Alright, so what do you think this will come up to? Alright, so from thinking about a name, the best answer for this would be so, for example, that would be a good name for a VTuber. Not sure if it exists already, I just wanted to make one up for this tutorial. I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. So, currently we have the name. We could also add an extra name to the back of it. I forgot what it's called, surname, whatever. Sorry, it's been a while since I've last used stuff like that. Anyway, let's move on to the next part. Making or commissioning a model. So, for this tutorial I'll be guiding you how to make a model instead of commissioning one, since I created my own model, so I'll be using a software called Vroid, so it's on Steam if you have it. If you don't have it, it's on Steam, so I'll get onto that and then I'll tell you about what to do. And alright, we are back. So, now we're in Vroid, so as you see I have made a lot of models in here, so I'd recommend if you have a low-end computer to just turn the 3D preview quality to normal and text to display to 1, just to make stuff easier. Today we'll be making a model for this character that we've developed together, so you can do either female or male, but for this tutorial I will be doing female, just as that's my specialty mostly, so sorry, it took a while to load. I'm just so you can right click to move around to see stuff. Sorry, just not the best at some stuff, so for now, this is what it looks like as a base. So first up, let's deal with the face section, and then we can move on as we go on. So for example, eye sets, for example, will let me. Alright, so after zooming in, we can change the look of the eyes like this. But for this tutorial, I'll go more deeper onto this. So we can change the irises, for example, color of it. So for this tutorial, I'll use this color here. So, and I'll also be using this shade. So highlights isn't that important to me, but you can. But for this tutorial, I will be using it to help people who doesn't know how to do this kind of stuff. So there are a bunch of options, but my favourite has to be the top one, but I'm also a fan of this one, so I'll be using this one for this tutorial. I honestly never have experience with these, so that's what you can basically do with them. Add shadowing to the back of the eyes, so eyebrows, the eyebrows of course. So let's head back to the irises. So C, and then back to the eyebrows. Control V and C. Has the same colour now, so that should be able to look good. Eyelid will just basically be like whatever. I honestly don't know if I'm completely honest. I honestly haven't too deep into this, so for eyeliner I would usually use this, but you can use however you want for yours. So as this is obviously just a tutorial for Vroid and a model in general, so I'll just add some extra features on before moving on. So yeah, I'll just go with it. Alright, now we should move on to the hair, which is probably one of the most important parts of making a model, so let's get into it. So first up, the front, which there is a lot of pre-made stuff, but can also, so for example, it would look like this for a temporary while until we move on to. Let's change the hair, shall we? Let's move it to like something like this. Actually, no. Let's move it. Yeah, that looks a bit better. Or we can also change the highlight color to pretty close. Something like work. So you can also adjust the hair colors in here. So for example, this is more complex stuff. So for example, we can add new materials and stuff there. But for now, we won't be dealing with that as this is just a tutorial on the basics. So let's move on to the back area. So as you see, it's pretty bland. So right now we're just gonna, as you see there, it's a lot different. So there's something like that. You can adjust the hairstyle like general, or just pick a new hairstyle to make it match, for example. For overall hair and hairstyle stats, it's just sets of pre-made ones, and but for these two, for example, you can make your own sets and stuff. So Sorry if I'm not explaining this the best way, but I'm doing my best. Alright, so for extensions, we should try and do something a bit simple, but also visible. So in this case, it wouldn't be that visible. So, well, this, for example, can still work. If it's visible, it means it's fine, but if it's too much, it's too much. Okay, so side hairs, I don't really experiment with much, so we'll just go with a basic one like this. For hair, I don't know how to say that word, so I'm just gonna say it. So there's plenty of options, so this tutorial I'll be using this one. Extras is like little pieces of extra hair and stuff that can add like ears and stuff of like animals and but some also appear on the back, some on the front. So for this tutorial I'll be using this one, and it's different depending on what kind of hairstyles you have on. So our base hair is just the hair at the bottom of it, so let's Control C and Control V. Doesn't look any different, but if you can see it, yeah, you can see right there, so it just makes it feel a bit more realistic. But if you want to make it feel like it's a wig, then you can just set that colour to whatever. Anyway, next section, so I'll be saying this as it's to see any different stuff. So this part is more like technical, so we can increase height, shorten it, for example, and we can also there's separate ones for some reason. Also general body size, so interesting. Never really experimented with that. Head size, yeah, I'm never using that. With sorry, yeah. Yeah, I don't really see what's the difference here, but sorry if I'm not doing the best. Alright, so neck length is mostly the length of the neck. Same thickness and width. Collarbone with the collarbone. I shouldn't really explain too much, so then you can experiment on your own. I'll just be giving you the more important stuff for some characters, like you can also change this, etc. For this I'll just keep it base, exhaust, this, there. Sorry, there's just too much for this section, so I'll just quickly show you this. So for this tutorial there won't be so yeah, let's just move over to outfit, shall we? So for this tutorial I'll just be doing a simple outfit, like just simple shirt and pants. So I know the colours won't match, but could just redo the pants by itself and then it would match perfectly well. With the tops there's a lot more options than bottoms, but still. Technically pants. Yeah. There's also dresses in case you aren't liking this kind of fit, so that you can not person to use the dresses set. Oh god. Alright. Didn't mean to do that. Sorry about that. Alright, so let's get into accessories, shall we? Sorry if you couldn't hear that, let me just say that. Alright, so let's get into accessories. Yeah. So let's just create new. There's 4 sections, but for this tutorial I'll be doing just simple answers for this. So I'll just give a light purple tint to it, so and also slightly shape of the graph. Alright, perfect. Also, final category would be look. For what I do, I just straight up just put the outlines at max, if I'm honest, for all of my models I make, so. Also does other stuff, lighting, shading, eye alignment, which honestly I don't know what's different. So you can experiment that if you want. Huh? Never. Yeah, alright. Sorry, it's hard to do stuff with multiple hands at once, while also having to hold a microphone, so. That's what we've done for a bit, so. Let me go save it and we'll be right back. Alright, and we are back, so after saving it, I've made sure I've saved it correctly. Hopefully, if that's the correct name, I forget stuff a lot, so here it is, my fault. So let's export this and let me show you what to do next for some stuff. So for this, you can either upload to VRM or Vroid Hub, which please upload models and stuff. For this tutorial, I'll be doing VRM. Oh, great. Okay, good. Alright, so the next part of this would be if you need to use polygons, materials and stuff, you can either do it here or in any other 3D modeling program like Blender. For this tutorial, I'll just not be doing that as I don't really know how to do that. So let me get to a point where I'll be able to show you a menu and stuff. I'll be right back. Alright, so just like a few minutes later, just like a few seconds later, so. For this tutorial, I'll be using VRM 0, so set that. Set a name, and the creator, so for this tutorial it'll just be me, so I don't really need to use anything else for this, so I'll export it and I'll be right back. Alright, so for after exporting I just closed Vroid, so since there wasn't anything else I needed to do in there, so let's move on to the next step. Finding an application that will fit your needs while also making sure it's good enough for your model. For this tutorial I'll be using VCFace, which I'll put the website to download it in the description, but it's also the main thing that I use for my models and stuff, so let me just open up VCFace and we'll be right back. Alrighty, and I've just opened it up, so let's just... For this tutorial it might be a bit small on me since I had to set to a low option, so I'll be right back again just to get the model in and stuff. Alrighty, and we are back, so after getting in the model, so I've got this working, so let's just load in and let's see. Just for me, it just takes a minute for it to work and stuff, so don't worry about it taking a tiny bit, so especially with motion tracking and stuff, so alright, so as you can see, motion tracking works fine, so if you lower down the amount of bones on the hair, it'll look less fluid and stuff, so this is what it looks like, so that's the most important part of this tutorial down, so that's good. So I'm using my current settings, so this is what they are here, so these are important fully. Let me just move my face off camera and you'll see. Alright, so see? Yeah. Movement range also means the amount of movement you can be doing this, so alright, let's get into the settings. Look, there's just a bunch of tutorial stuff here. I'll just put it through and stuff, just so then you can read it, you pause and stuff, so yeah. Now let's get into the settings, so there's a bunch of settings here, so anti-aliasing, improved alias, window resizing, resolution, VSync, cap frame rate, etc. I've set it to the most optimal ones for me since of my bad PC and stuff, so let me just move this. Okay, as you can see here, I've set it to 30 FPS as that's what I'm recording, so it's the best for me to do so. There's also a lot of other stuff like virtual camera, iPhone kit and stuff I've never really used. Also these advanced things to help with some other stuff and just do random stuff, so I'm not sure if that'll be useful at all, so I'm not going to go through that. There's also a bunch of stuff like length, blink sensitivity, moving and stuff. If you pause you can see them, so okay, so I hope this, let's see if, oh yeah, there's also light settings, so I'll also be able to do stuff. I'm green now. Green, yeah. Also there's ambient, there's a gap, don't task, still don't. yeah, needs. So, let's see. There's also expression things for, and that's haven't experimented with. That's not what I deal with mostly. So there's also effects for stuff, and there's also this, which I don't have one of these or whatever it is. So, okay. So I'll get back to my main model to do the outro. Actually, I'm just that's a big. I might actually make this model like part of my universe and stuff as Boneto, so kinda interesting since you all know that already as just a tutorial, so and alright, I should be back, sorry about that. I just had to basically just do everything. Sorry. Just a bit mad right now, that's all. Anyway. Alright, so that should be everything that I know at this point, and if I need to do anything more, I will do a part 2, so that's all, see you later, Boneto.